Texas, you know that property taxes can be a significant expense. But did you know there are ways to lower your burden? In this video, I'm going to show you how to read your 2023 Notice of Appraised Value. I'm going to explain why the homestead exemption is so important for primary residents, and I'm going to explain how you can dispute the taxes on your own or through a service. So let's start with the Notice of Appraised Value. This is a form that each homeowner receives in April, and you have until the 15th of May to formally issue a dispute. So let me show you how you read this form. So if you scroll down, let me get to the right spot here. If you scroll down, you can see last year's taxes and last year's appraised value. So last year's total market value was $443. This went up to $524. But notice this: the assessed value for appraisal, the appraised value was $369. I was blowing this up a little bit so we could see, and the actual proposed value was $406. So this is how. So this is going to be what your new taxes are based on. And then if you scroll down, it shows you your exemptions and the taxable amounts for each one. Then all you have to do is pull your tax bill out, apply your tax rate to these taxable values, and you can determine your 2023 appraised value for your house, or what your bill is going to be in October, which eventually will affect your escrow account. So two things to understand here. First, the reason why you, on the homestead residence or primary residence, you have to file a homestead exemption is because it puts what's called a 10% cap on the rate. Now, if you scroll down right here, you'll see this has homestead exemptions applies. This is the proposed appraised value. They're listed all right here, and these are the amounts given for each particular entity. We'll scroll them over. So for Collin County, Collin College, and Prosper ISD, these are the standard homestead exemptions. And what it does is it lowers the proposed taxable value from $406,240 down to, in this case, $409.97 or $380.27 or $366,240. So it lowers the taxable value. So that's definitely a benefit. It's a monetary benefit. But when we're in a position where we've seen massive appreciation in Texas, if this person hadn't filed their homestead exemption, instead of they would have been paying taxes on $524. The homestead exemption, this is the gold nugget. To make sure it's filed, it puts a 10% cap so that this amount right here can only go up 10% per year. And if you take 10% of $369,309 and add that to this amount, you will come up with $406,240. So that puts that cap in place, and that puts that protection in place. So now let's talk about what can you do if you look and you say, hey, even my appraised value is way too high. How can you dispute these taxes? So the first thing is you go to the county website, and this will be specific to the county you're in. One quick tip: when you search under the property address, you can search under your name, but if you search under the property address, don't put boulevard or drive or lane. Just put the street number and the street name without the last portion of it, and then you will find all the details on your property. So in Collin County, there's a way to e-file a protest, which is pretty cool. And then down here, there is some dispute forms. Let me pull them up for you. So you see there's a formal protest form. I'm not going to click on the form, but you get the idea. You click on the form and then you fill it out. Now, the way to protest it on your own is you complete the form, you mail it in, and then you can read there is a procedure. In fact, in the Notice of Appraised Value you're going to get in the mail, there's a sheet. It's a two-sided sheet that will show you exactly what your rights and remedies are. But you, as a consumer and homeowner, you're going to need the help of your real estate agent. So whatever real estate agent helps you with the purchase, call them up and have them give you a list of recent sales comparables that you can use to put on that form. So you get the comparables from your agent, you put them on the form, and then you mail it into the county. So that's how you do it on your own, and then there's a hearing. Now, there is a service that does this as well, and if you click on the link, the Home Orbit link that's in the body of this email, and you just establish your own username and password. It's my Home Orbit account. Home Orbit is your own private universe of personalized services around your home. And if you scroll down, you'll see an icon that says protest property taxes. We work with a company in Texas. They'll review your case. If they think they could win or lower your taxes, they'll do a protest. And then however, you basically pay them on what's a contingency basis, meaning it's a percent of what they save you. And so you call them up, they'll give you all the details. Lots of people have used their service the last few years very successfully. That's why we have lined with them. But that's another way of doing it. If you don't want to deal with it, they'll get you a savings, and they, like I said, you pay them a percent of what they save you. Now, lastly, and this is some good news. If you bought a house last year and you forgot to file your homestead exemption, you could still file it, and you can call the county, and in many cases, they'll apply that retroactively and give you a refund on your property taxes and put the cap into place from when you bought it. So it's super important to get that property homestead exemption filed immediately. Last pro tip, pro hack is annually look at your notice of appraised value. You can manually calculate what your what your property taxes are going to be. You can look at your escrow account and your mortgage, determine what was collected last year, compare the two, and the difference is what your escrow is going to have to go up to next year based on the adjustment for taxes. So that's a key component that everyone gets surprised every year, especially right now. A lot of people are opening up their notice of appraised value and looking at their property taxes, and they're just blown away by how far they've gone up. So I hope you found this helpful. Reach out if you have any questions, and have a great day.